Let's see here. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Get in touch with my moderators. Let's see. My connection's a little slow. I'm wondering, let's see if I get off of Wi-Fi. Let's see here. All right, there we go. So hopefully the wind is not too bad. I am using my mic, but it is a little bit breezy here this morning. But I wanted to take some time and show you guys how, or not how, excuse me, but I wanted to show you my outdoor space and kind of just talk over some of our spring garden plans. Right now it's just in cleanup mode because the party went well with Savannah, but thankfully we are back to normal life. So I'm kind of excited about it. I wanted to do a garden walkthrough and just show you guys my yard, all the different flower beds, and just kind of show you what we're getting ready to tackle. So I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. If you could let me know in the chat if the audio is okay, that would be great. But yeah, let me show you, turn you around and show me what, or show you guys what we've got going on. Okay. All right. So this is the first bed we have to tackle, and I can't zoom out on a live stream. Anyway, this is usually a lot more cleaned up by now, but I haven't had a chance. So this is full of weeds. We've got this right here is a hydrangea. We've got a rose bush in here, a knockout rose. We've got catmint. We have a butterfly bush back there, which is finally taking off, and another hydrangea. Good morning, everybody. We're just doing a garden stroll, and I'm showing you guys the before of all the work that we're going to be tackling. Back here, we have a black lace elderberry to dig out. I've got a lilac right here. There's the butterfly bush that you can hardly see. And look at all these weeds. Like, we have so much work to do. Oh, and this, I need your guys' opinion. You can't even hardly see her, but I've got a beautiful little statue that I put in here before this tree was huge, and she needs moved and put into a better position. I have an idea of where I want her to go, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the total placement. So yeah, you can see her kind of right there in the tree. So hopefully, like I said, please let me know if the audio is okay. I know I'm out here in the wind. I used to have a flower bed all along here, but the crabgrass was just out of control, and so I kind of gave up on that, and it's just going to be the ornamental grasses. And back here by the pool heater is an Empress Wu hosta. She loves her life back there tucked away in the corner, but she's huge and she blooms very nicely. So anyway, okay, all right, moving on. The bed by the driveway here is kind of, the vision last year was, the catmint along here. It should have, it had, I think I put black-eyed Susans in there, and then this Carl Forrester grass. One of them did not make it, maybe two. We have this Japanese maple, and then I have a lemony lace elderberry right here. It's the pollinator for the black lace elderberry that I mentioned before. And it is blossoming. This is the first time I've ever seen that, so I'm excited to maybe get elderberries. But I was kind of thinking about kind of redoing this bed again which, you know, is super sad because I love catmint and the pollinators love it too. But I was kind of thinking about taking all of this out and just putting in, um, what am I thinking? The limelight hydrangeas. Because, you know, you can see the road back there. We're kind of far back. And to make a statement with it and kind of really make it stand out, you need something large. And um, the limelight hydrangeas are really a bold statement piece. So anyway, this is kind of the front of the house. Here's my kitty. That's Max. Um, and, you know, the roses, if I went all the way back to the road, you could see how well the roses really pop against the front of the house. I need to trim them back and my boxwoods too. So again, this is summer work that we've got to do. But I do kind of think that if we took out those and put in the limelight hydrangeas, that it would just look a lot better. I thought about doing the roses again all the way down, but we really have the Japanese beetle pressure here, and I'm kind of sick of it. These roses, though, like they really bounce back, but I just am so sick of dealing with the Japanese beetles. They're just very frustrating. So that's the front of the house. There's the ferns. They're doing really well. There's Sweetie. Hi, Sweetie. Oh my goodness, you guys, the sheer amount of work. In this, by the flagpole, this is where I had the Japanese beetle trap last year. And there's probably like, I don't know, 25, 30 feet between the house and this spot. And so it was great about keeping, you know, the roses a lot less eaten. That's not the right words, but a lot less eaten by the Japanese beetles. But I'm just not thrilled with this either. So I want to figure out something to do with that. Potentially, maybe just taking it out altogether, just letting it be a flagpole. I mean, you know, I just like to dig in the dirt and mess with things. But anyway, we've got our creek down there that needs to be cut back. And then some cattails. You can't see them behind the willow, but cattails there by the bridge. And then they're going to all fly away. Oh, dang. I was going to say, oh, I can zoom in. Look at that. Sorry, that's probably shaky. It's pretty shaky. I got some bird feeders. I'm pretty excited about that. I wanted to make some videos with the birds. So I'm going to add a little solar fountain along with them. And hopefully they'll play in the water and eat their food, and it'll be great. So anyway, okay, remember you guys that I have a lot of cleanup to do, so just bear with me. We have quite a bit to do. This was a large property before adding a baby into the mix, but here we are. So, all right. So we have sage here. And then we have some phenomenal lavender all along here, which is just beginning to bloom, and I love it. There's the bird murderer. Max, shame on you. The other day he killed the most beautiful bird I've ever seen, which was an indigo bunting. I'd never seen one before the other day when I found it dead in my garage. And then we've got more of the lavender here. Some black-eyed Susans. Oh, they're planting today. Okay, cool. Here, these are Veronica in this tote. I had moved them because I had a big in-ground garden, as some of you may remember. And hopefully you can hear me over the tractor. Sorry. They're plowing. Then they're probably going to plant. Anyway, okay, so these are just literally out of the ground, and they're still alive. Like, oh, now they're rooting into the soil, but look at that. I just threw them over here because I meant to put them in right away. But didn't get a chance. So these have been out of the ground for several weeks, and they're still growing strong. So anyway, my plan is, I think there's 5 of them. My plan is to take one of each, maybe even split them, and put one in each of the raised beds over here, because you may not know this, but Veronica or speedwell, it's also called, is a host plant for ladybugs. Ladybugs, as you know, are beneficial insects, and so I really want to promote that in the garden. So I've really got to get these in to the raised beds, and then I'm kind of thinking I will, dig up all this lavender because it's gorgeous. I don't want to lose it, and plant it inside the chicken run there. We don't currently have any chickens. We will be getting them on July 1st, but they're so big and they're so hardy that I'm kind of thinking that maybe the chickens won't destroy them. So, anyway, good morning, Mando. The raspberries right here in this fence row are coming back. Those are just red raspberries. And then right over there, some weeds. But down below, we've got black raspberries, and they are loaded this year. This is the herb bed. I did buy a couple of more herbs because I'm not thrilled with how this thyme is looking. And I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's kind of coming out of it. Hey, Patty, good morning. Welcome. I'm just walking through the yard and showing everybody what amount of work we've got going on. So anyway, hope you're having a good morning. Welcome. Anyway, the thyme is not looking super great, so I did buy a couple replacements, and I did buy a couple of replacements for the oregano too, but that's actually kind of coming out of the transplant shock, and it's looking okay. The basil's looking all right. These have grown right over here, but they're not doing super well. And we've got the chives here. That's going pretty good. But hopefully, possibly this afternoon, I'm going to plant some green beans in here and also probably some green beans down in here in this bed. But the other thing we've got to do is get this strawberry bed weeded. Look at this. We've got some ripe strawberries, which I shouldn't be picking, or I shouldn't even let them fruit. But my husband, he's like, I don't care. I want the strawberries. So I'm like, whatever. I don't even care either. It's fine. We've got the garlic here, and I had to transplant some strawberry runners. Looks like one of them didn't take, but 3 of them did, so that's awesome. We've got the not peppermint. This is mojito mint taking off, so that's good. And then I think it's time to get my my cages on my tomatoes before they get too big. I planted these tomatoes kind of on their side with a little bit coming up. Lulu, good morning. I am doing well, thank you. Savannah's party was a smashing success. But I wanted to show you guys, now that we're back to normal life, all the work that we're getting ready to do. So it's going to be crazy. Expect a lot of gardening and weeding from me. Lulu says, I always admire people with green thumb. I think mine's black. Well, maybe you just don't have the proper soil. But anyway, I planted these tomatoes on their side, and they're doing great. And we've got some marigolds in here, some volunteer squash that I will probably take up, just because it's going to get huge and kind of take over this bed, and we do need some more green beans this year. So I'll probably just plant green beans, and we'll get what we get and can if we get enough. But then we've got 3 different kinds of peppers and some onions over here. Whoops, sorry, there we go. And then I wanted to show you guys, these are the black raspberries. Look at this. They are loaded. Black raspberries are my absolute favorite berry. Lulu says, I live in the mountains. It's really rocky here. Oh, man. Oh, you meant the mountains. Right. We live in Illinois, so we actually have really good soil. I'm really grateful. What's Mando doing? He's fine. Lulu says, yummy, I bet you got good canned foods in your cellar. Yeah. I do mostly, not mostly. I've got green beans from not last year, but the year before. And then I've got And then I've got some tomatoes. I am not good at pickles, so we didn't do that. Um, got some salsa, different things like that. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna turn you guys back around. Look at this. They're loaded. This is the most full I have ever seen these, and it's uh it's so exciting. I'm so excited for these berries. Lulu's asking, what's it like living in Illinois? Is everyone pretty nice? So we live in downstate Illinois. Um, yes, it's kind of a small town, about 20,000. I would say, is it too noisy with the tractor? Hopefully it's not. I can wait if it's too bad. Mando, he's eyeing my strawberry bed. I don't know. He better not get in there. Um, oh yeah, yes, the people are pretty nice, and I'm happy to live here. I wish our government was a little better because they do a lot of things that are not good. But here we are. So, oh, good. Thanks, Patty. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So, don't look at my burn pile. Hey, Jeanette. Good morning. I'm just doing a garden walkthrough, showing everybody all the work that we're about ready to get doing. Sophia said that the peach trees are loaded, so I haven't even been out here to look. But I can see from here that they are. It looks like they're going to need thinned. Oh my. They really are loaded. Lulu, I would love to see a picture of your house. I've always imagined living in the mountains, and I don't think it'll ever be in the cards for me, but who knows. You guys, look at this. This is great. These are going to have to be thinned out, though, so that we can get a decent amount of fruit. You know, I think probably these two need to come off, and then we can have one on each side over here. But these are loaded, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get up there. Woo! Let's see if we got any apples. I am blanking on the names of these apple trees. Okay, I see one. One apple. Goody. There might be some more around here. Let's see. All right, I really don't see any apples except for that one. I was worried because we did have a frost, but it clearly hasn't affected the peaches. These are small, but they're on there. Yeah, they're going to have to be thinned if we want to get any good ones. Here comes the tractor again. Jeanette says I'm going to have to prop them up to keep them from breaking. Absolutely. And I need to thin them to just decrease the weight overall. I don't think it's going to be a good year for apples unless I'm just blind as a bat. I might be. Yes, Lulu, we are naturally growing stuff. I do not like to use sprays. Oh, here's one. This one, is this the Wolf River? Or is that one the Wolf River? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway. Okay, so maybe not a great year for apples. That's all right. Okay, Lily says, you've got two sad apple trees that never produce fruit. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Jeanette, they're on there, but no, they should be already there. Okay, you guys, this is insane, all right? This does not look good, all right? Here is what this bed is supposed to be. First of all, we've got some comfrey here, okay, that I was going to dry and make some salve with because it's very, very good for your skin. I meant to do it before it flowered, so that's probably not going to happen. This is poison hemlock, so that's not good. All of this has to come out. And in this bed, actually, you can see here is some Rose of Sharon. So we've got some other weeds in here, but we've got 3 Rose of Sharon. So like 1, 2, and back in there where Max is, there's one. And I don't even know where this honeysuckle bush came from. But behind this honeysuckle bush, which is going to have to be dug up and, burnt, is a rose bush He's got roses on it, but I can't even see the state of this rose bush. It's insane. Here's the other one. They desperately need, cut back the old dead stuff cut back. We've got ornamental chives there, okay, and black-eyed Susans here. You can kind of see the fuzzy leaves. These are black-eyed Susans, and they're gorgeous. But like, I haven't had a chance to get in these beds because it's been too cold. And then, Savannah. But anyway, when I'm done with these beds and I've gotten them all weeded and remulched, cut back, it's going to look totally different. We've got, I forget the name of this one. That one has a beautiful kind of a reddish orangish flower. I can't think of the name of it. I'll remember it later. Lulu's asking, do I ever do beehives? You're doing one yourself. Lulu, I would love to know about, your process. I want to do beehives really badly, but I just haven't gotten into it yet. Maybe I will. You can see here, the blackberries are already putting on fruit. Look at that. Let me zoom in. There, you see them? So those will be really nice. Jeanette says peaches are better than apples anyway. Yeah, well, hopefully we get a good harvest. So this, I didn't get to cut it back either. Like you can see the dead from the year prior. This is a Savannah rose. I have two. I got them for obviously Savannah because I love anything that has my kids' names in it. And so it's doing great, but it still needs cut back. It's huge, you guys. Like it says, I believe it said it was going to be 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. It's well over that because the back of that fence, that's a 5-foot fence. And I mean, that's every bit of probably 8 feet wide. Jeanette, yes, the honeysuckle is a flowering bush. It's really good with pollinators, but it can be invasive, and clearly that is because that bush is a year old, if it's that. So now this honeysuckle that I have right here growing up the fence is not supposed to be invasive. But yeah, who knows? Lulu says, it's not easy. There's a lot of particulars I'm trying to understand about beehives. Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, I want to get them, but it's kind of like something that I'm going to have to do later in life because of just, the kids. And it's too much right now, I think. I forget the name of this arborvitae, but it's supposed to be like a columnar type. It's supposed to be like tall and thin, and it has really taken off this year. Oh, you guys, look, the honeybees are out. Look at that. Can you see them? Oh, I love honeybees. They really make me happy. Lulu says, I have the perfect garden for a beehive. Thank you. I do think I want to get them, at some point, but I think it's going to have to be later in life. Okay, so here, this is the chicken coop. I'm going to have to mow it again. We push mow it because, actually these doors, if I get them open, I don't know who was pushing on those. Look at that. Bent it out. I'm going to have to fix it and tack it to the crossbar there. Anyway, the lawn mowing guys don't get in there because they can't fit in right now. I need to clean out this way so it'll open. But we have to push mow all this, which takes, 10 minutes is no big deal. But that's where I was thinking about transplanting, maybe along here, all of those, that long line of lavender right there. Cleaning this out and planting them along here because, like I said, they're hardy, and I'm thinking maybe the chicken scratching, especially if I get it done soon, they won't tear it up. That's my thought process. May not work. So we'll do it and keep you guys posted. Jeanette, do you want that whole bush? I'm going to dig the whole thing up. Lulu says, I hear you. If I had little ones running around, I'd be leery about doing the beehives too. Yeah, I mean, that's basically why, but also because I don't want the kids to disrupt the bees, I want them to be calm and be happy. So it may be a thing where it's a later in life, but then there'll be grandkids. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it. Okay, so here, oh my gosh, you guys, the year is getting away from me. Look at this. There's blueberries. That's already going. Here comes the farmer again. Sorry. Then we've got some knockout roses back here and back here. And then this Prince, is it a Prince Albert? I don't know. It's an Albert, Prince Albert. I don't think that's it. Anyway, oh, it's a fat Albert. This is a fat Albert spruce. And it is really taken off this year. I looked out the window the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, it's really shot up. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueberry bushes right through here, kind of in an arc. And I've got to clean out and weed this bed and then remulch it all with more wood chip. Or wood chips. So get that going. Like, you guys, you don't even know. I have weeks and weeks of work. Lulu says she has a layman's hive. It's a European style. And Jeanette says that teen got a beehive this year. Yes, I did see that she got a beehive. I'm kind of jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I am jealous, but I'm excited for her because I just can't right now. But eventually I'm going to. Anyway, okay, moving on. So we've got a hibiscus back here that is going to be magnificent. Like, you see it right now. You have to cut them back like close to the ground in the very early spring, before they start leafing out. And they just, that will fill this whole space. So be watching for that because it's very cool. Here we have bee balm. Lulu says, you like that big white fluffy dog? Yeah, there he is. You can see how big he is. He literally comes up to my hips, you guys, and I am like 5'9". There's Sweetie. She's under there, under the bird feeder. Okay, so back here, what was it? I'm just blanking on everything. I'm tired and weeds. Lulu, I'm not gonna say. Here is a rose bush too. Let's see, what is it? This is a Proven Winners. Oh man, it's looking great. I've cut it back I don't know how many times. Oh, what is this called? You guys, I'm forgetting. I've literally cut it off thinking I got it, and it smells amazing, but it just doesn't have a lot of hardiness to it. We've got a totem pole grass here. Lots of echinacea through here. The bees love it. We've got yarrow in here, and I'll get it all I'll get it all cleaned up. Lulu says I'm silly. Yes, I am kind of silly. Here is a limelight hydrangea. Oh man, you guys, the yarrow is really spreading out. Look at that. Oh, this is the yarrow, in case you didn't know that. Right there. So it is pretty large. I've got another rose bush in here behind this pampas grass. So I need to move it because the pampas grass just gets way too big. And that's a coral knockout rose. It's very nice. And then that goes into the pool fence. Another pampas grass. It gets like 15 feet tall. More echinacea, which is finally blooming. So nice. And then we've got more echinacea, black-eyed Susan, and catmint back here. Lilac right here. Our happy Jack clematis. Like I said, I got that for Jack. That's a mess. Don't look. This is oh my goodness. Oh, Lulu, thank you so much. Saying it's a beautiful property. I appreciate that. It is a beautiful property, and I'm very grateful for it, but it's also a lot of work. What did she call those? I bought them at our local garden center. These right here. It's a type of sunflower. They don't get very big, but they do bloom repeatedly, and they come back every year. Look at that, you guys, honeybees. Do you see them? Oh, hello. Ah, gorgeous. Okay, so this is the planter that I made on another video. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but it's beginning to fill out. Sorry. There you go. It's beginning to fill out. Here is a thing. I'm wondering if it's not getting a little bit too much water because, see this? To me, oh, right here. There it is. Sorry. To me, that says too much water, and it's yellowing out a little bit, and it is wet, so I'm thinking probably should turn this drip down. I'll do that later. So I can't really do it one-handed. Then we have these yellow knockout roses. I think they're called Sunny knockout roses. Look at all my weeding. Ah, you guys, it's going to be so much work, but it's fine. Back here, this is the crazy thing about this. Lulu says it's called a pretty flower. You are absolutely right. Okay, so these salvias, is that right? Yes. These salvias have come back year after year after year. I bought them. They were the rock and blue suede shoes from Proven Winners, okay, which is a hybrid. So it doesn't come back as rock and blue suede shoes, but it's basically the same thing, but it's even larger. Like you can see it right there. That's the type of flower it is. It's gorgeous. The pollinators love it. And I haven't replanted this in probably 3 years now or more. This was a hydrangea that broke, and so we took it and we rooted it and we made it. Well, I did it, and it's taking off. It's going to be huge. Then we've got a butterfly bush here and another one here that's coming back, so that's good. This last year is kind of crazy. I haven't done the cleanup. I mean, as you can see, but I just kind of hacked it off with a chainsaw, literally, like the butterfly bush and also the hibiscus back there. Like I literally hacked them off with a chainsaw. And then I need to get the water hose out of that salvia. And we've got hollyhocks right here. They've been doing really, really well and look great, but they do need to be staked. 3 lavender plants right here that need to be kind of cut back and trimmed up. Oh, what was that one? This is not a limelight. It's a pink one. I've been out of it for so long that it's just, I'm forgetting things. There's another, or that's the other Savannah rose. So it's blooming beautifully. They smell amazing, but as you can see, I need to trim those. And this is another, not hydrangea, honeysuckle that a friend of mine gave me. And this is its second year, and it's just going gangbusters, so that's really awesome. And it smells fantastic. So anyway, we put this perennial salvia in here, in with the roses, and they look great. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm losing my mind. Okay. Yeah. 3 Savannah roses right here. Then what is this one over here? You can see it through the trampoline. That's the one I called a Savannah rose, but that's not it.